Hello, me again. This is, I guess, part 2 of what we started talking about. I got pretty excited. I try not to do that, but anyway, I guess the best thing to remember is if you're still in this flesh body, if it still hurts to get punched in the face, okay, or to have an ingrown toenail or bump your big toe, you're worshiping the false Christ. Because when the true Christ returns, boof, we fall out of that flesh and we do meet him in the air. In spirit body. Come on. You got to follow back into the Hebrew and the Greek. You know, that's where Pastor Arnold Murray and Dennis at the Shepherd's Chapel out of Arkansas really come in handy. Folks like them. And even Mark 13 Records on YouTube. He's pretty quick. Shepherd's Chapel's an old boy. He was a Marine. He's pretty tough. But, you know, don't get offended. Because it's the Lord's word. It's God's word. And when God interprets things and he says something, it don't need reinterpreted. You know, everybody wants to reinterpret the Bible all the time. Get you a Strong's Concordance. You know, you can even get one from the Shepherd's Chapel. They don't know I even talk about them, so don't think I'm promoting something or making money. I'm just trying to help because it's tough, you know, but God makes it so easy. Everything that we thought was so hard, he just goes, well, you asked and you shall receive. And man, he keeps his promises. He's the only real thing in my life. You know, I've got a sweet, sweet, beautiful, wonderful husband who I very much love. Anyway, that being said, still, God is the love of my life. But anyway, Pastor Murray made it his life's mission after the Marines to, you know, study about the Lord, and he shared it all. It's amazing. So the Strong's Concordance that you can, it has the English, Hebrew, and the Greek all in one big giant book, and it's a pretty big book. It's good study equipment right there. And if you're interested, but every single day of our lives we learn and we learn and we learn and we learn. A relationship with Jesus Christ, it doesn't stop. You know, a lot of times we might think, or it might feel like we can't feel him, we can't see him working in our lives, and well, he is, you know, but he's not like that dark entity. He doesn't shove his agenda down our throats. He doesn't have an agenda. He absolutely loves us, and he just wants us to love him back. He didn't create us to control us. He created us to love us. You know, he didn't create us to make us slaves and make him rich, and you know, no. He created us to love us. He put us in this beautiful creation, earth, to spoil us. And it's man, you know. A lot of people know it's the truth. Man came up with all this silliness of pay for this and pay for that, everything that God gave us freely. And I was listening to a fellow who even said that, you know, well, yeah, it costs so much money to even have a baby. Silliness, just silliness. Seek the Lord with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind. Love him, and he'll love you back like you've never been loved before or ever could be again. I promise. And I don't make promises, but I promise you that. See ya.